Hello, guys. Let's talk about our match results now. This is the fixture page. But first, let me update you about our scouting team. Do you remember the scout I was watching, which I talked about in the last video? Thankfully, I managed to hire him. This one. After the cup match and the last home league match, we had enough money for it. Now we have two 2020 scouts, one for youths and other one for senior players. This is a positive point of playing in lower divisions. Since the managers are less active, they don't watch the scout market frequently. Then it's easier for us to get scouts. I do it every day, actually, a couple of times during the day. This is why I tell you to be watching for 2020 scouts from the beginning. As you reach upper divisions, good scouts will still appear occasionally, but the number of managers watching the market will be much higher. It will be much harder to hire good scouts. If this 2020 scout appeared in the first or second division, it would have been hired on the same day, probably after a few hours. While here in my group, this one has been available for more than a week. Then keep watching the scouts market constantly to get good ones. If you want to know more about scouts, check the video you see in the cards now. Now let's see what happened on our last matches. I will not go through all of them because there have been 11 matches since the last video about matches. The last one we analyzed was this one, the last one in March. If you are interested on a specific match that I didn't talk about in this video, ask me in the comment and I may include it in the next video. You see that we had some good results, some really good ones like 4-1, 5-0, 5-1, 8-0. Some bad ones too, like these two losses, both 4-1-0. This one was actually not so bad. I will show you why in a moment. We will analyze this match. But this one was really bad. We are stronger than this team, so we must have won. These were our only losses, these two. I drew a game as well against this team. It was a good result since we played away, and this is one of the best teams in our group. And this was our first draw, the only draw we had in the season so far. I chose four matches to analyze. Let's check them out. This is the first one of the games we lost. I think we should have won this game because look, the average R5. We are much stronger than the opponent. On the other hand, his formation is okay. He's not getting any penalties. He's different than most teams we face. Maybe he's following the series, I don't know. If so, congratulations to him. Let's check this formation in the assistant manager. I have it open here too. I think it was like this. Yeah, it should be like this. See, he's getting -1 in attacking and 1 in the midfield, 0 in defending. That's good. A stable formation. Besides, he had some solid guys at the back. As you can see, the goalkeeper is not bad. This one too is a reasonable defender. This one as well. Of course, they are bad players, but for our division, they are good enough. Anyway, we should have won. But that happens. Not the first time. He even had a player sent off in the end of the match. Let me go to the end. Look, the goal we considered was scored at 34. He even had a player sent off in the end of the match, but it was the minute 90 already. He didn't interfere in the final result of the match. As you see in the stats, we dominated the game completely, but we were not good enough when we had chances to score. This other match that I said that it's also a loss, I didn't see as a big problem because our opponent was much stronger than us. This is the best team of the group. As you can see here, look, he's much stronger than us. As I told you before, this formation brings you some problems. You're getting severe penalties here, but it's not so bad as other massed formations. If you want to know more about formations in general, or if you want to see how you can use the Assistant Manager in a better way, check the video you see in the cards now, in which I talk about it for some time. I even thought about playing more defensively, maybe getting -3 in the attack as well, since our opponent was much stronger. But I decided to play as I normally do because he had some important players not available for this match. Let me go to the club's profile, then I can show you. I remember that he didn't have two of his best players available. I think it was this defender, which has a recommendation 4.5, and the other guy I think was a striker. Maybe this one. I'm not sure about the players, okay, but I know that he had two important players not available. Then I assumed that we could try with our normal formation, and in fact, we played well. We didn't make a bad game, as you will see. Unfortunately, we conceded a goal at the very beginning, which is going to be in the next play. No, not this one yet, the next one, which was a terrible way to start. But our biggest problem was not that. First, let's see the goal is going to be scored now, I think. Yeah, it's going to be a heading goal. Yeah. But the first problem was something that happened some minutes later. Let me go to the end of the match. Look, at the minute 32, we had a defender sent off. This guy here. Yeah. Then I have my conditional orders to fix this kind of issue. If you want to know more about conditional orders, there is a video here in the cards too for you. I have conditional orders to overcome this issue, but still, we were playing one man down for the rest of the match from the minute 32. Anyway, if you see the statistics of the match, you see that it was a tight match. Even though we had a man down for most of it, we could play a kind of even match. Maybe if we were playing 11 against 11, we would have a better result, a draw, or even a win. Okay, so I'm not so disappointed in this match. I'm disappointed with this guy because he got sent off at 32, the beginning of the match. Forgot. This next one was a very important match, as this is one of the strongest teams in the group. You see that the teams are at the same level. He's a bit stronger than us, but more or less the same. But the opponent had a massed formation. See this here. He shouldn't do this. He's playing like this. This is the standard formation, then he made this. Look, just this small change, put a red square here, other one here, and he has -2 in defense. Not a good way to play. I didn't notice that I paused the match exactly when the goal was scored. But if you paid attention, you saw that the goal was scored in front of our goalkeeper. This is the weakest point of our goalkeeper, the 101s. So this is something I try to avoid with my formation, but sometimes it just happens. Then the opponent was winning. You see that the match is kind of tight. He's even playing a bit better. But this time the referee helped us a bit, let's say. At the minute 44, you see that the opponent had this player sent off. Okay. After that, he was one man down for the rest of the match. And as you will see in the final report, we turned the match around and we won 4-1. Remember that moment? It was like 3 for us here, I think, and 5 for him. So after this point, we completely dominated the match. He couldn't stand a chance. We played alone practically. You see how big of a difference a red card can make. I didn't check before, but maybe he didn't have conditional orders for this red card. Yeah, see? The guy was sent off and nothing happens. No conditional order. And it was a defender. So he played the rest of the match with only one guy here in the center. Because this one is a right back. Yeah, so see the importance of conditional orders? Maybe if he had a conditional order to take the striker and put the defender, for example, he could have keep playing. It wouldn't be so big, this difference. Like in the previous match, I had conditional orders when my player was sent off. That's why we could still play evenly against the opponent. This is the last match that I'm going to show you, but wait, not the last match of the video, just the last league match. We still have the cup match to analyze. I'm sure you are looking forward to see that one, but wait just a bit more. I'm going to show you very soon. This match, there is not much to analyze. You see that the opponent is much weaker than us, and he has a very massed formation. Okay, so we are expected to win easily this match. And this is what happened. I just showed you this match because this was our biggest win. Let me go to the end. We won by 8-0. See, our biggest win so far. You will also see that I played this guy in the first team. Remember who he is? I had to do this because the guy who I usually play here is injured. He got injured for 5 matches, and there are still 2 more to go. Then I had to play this guy in the first team. Previously, when I gave him a chance, in 2 consecutive matches, he played very badly, and I put him on the bench again. But this time, surprisingly, he's playing well. He's playing better than before. In this match, for example, he scored twice. If you want to see all the matches we had so far, just go to the club's page and check them out. You can make comments about specific matches down here if you want, and I will reply. Now let's check the league page. Let's see the situation now after all these matches happened. This was our campaign for the first half of the season. We played 2 matches of the second stage already. As you know, we have 17 matches in the first half and 17 in the second half. Okay. And we are in the fourth place, which is good. For the sponsorship deal, we said that we should be within the six first. We are in fourth, so it's good. Maybe we can even fight for a place in the playoffs until the end of the season. I wish we could win the league, but I know that it's very unlikely to happen. These teams are stronger than us, as you can see here in the R5 table, like these two and this one are stronger than us. This one is more or less at our level. We didn't play with our best team. Last match I had 2 players not available. Then with my best team, maybe my team is better than this one. Okay, anyway, it's not gonna be easy to stay within the four. Let's hope we continue with our good results and we can stay here until the end of the season. My next match is a very important one. See, it's even a TV match. We're gonna play against this guy. If we win, we will be 4 points in front of him. It's gonna be very good. But he's stronger, and we had 2 players unavailable, as I told you. Then let's see what happens. Let's hope for the best. If I hired some players, we would have higher chances of making it to the title, maybe, or even at least fighting for the title. But as I told you before, my focus for this first season is to develop our facilities. I didn't plan to hire any players at any point. For the next season, maybe we see. I can think about hiring players. Let's take a quick look at the statistics of the team to see which are our players with the best performance. Only for the league matches. It will update. Let's see through rating. This is our best player. It's a defender. He is also our captain. It's very good when you have that your captain is the one with the best rating. It's good for the team. The second best is this guy. This is our left back. He is the one who scores our free kicks and our corner kicks. He gave 4 assists already, maybe all of them from corner kicks. I'm not sure. This is our other defender. He's playing as a center defender. Sometimes I play him as a right back. He has recommendation 3.5, one of our best players. He's also playing well. And this is our striker, our best striker. He has scored 16 goals so far. You remember that at some point I criticized him because he hadn't scored for many matches, but now he's back on track. He's scoring frequently, and it's very good for us. This is other guy who's playing well, but he is kind of nervous. See how many cards he gets. He's the one who was sent off in the game against the strong team, the strongest team of our group. And here you can easily observe the difference in aggressiveness of the players. These 3 guys are defenders. This is also a defender. While this has 2 cards, this other 4, and this other 3, this guy has 9 cards already. And he even played less matches. One more than this one, but the other ones played more matches. But since he has a high aggressiveness, he gets more cards. See? I will not go through all of the guys, but you can see that many of them are playing well. That's why we have such a good position. Now let's go to the cup match because I know that all of you are waiting for it. Let's see it. Maybe some of you have checked the result already. Let's see what happened now. First of all, you see that I chose a different formation. This was the first time I did that. I'm being severely penalized in the attacking line here, but it is worth in this case because the opponent is much stronger than us. There is a 10-point difference in the average R5. We are totally underdogs in this match, see? Around 10 points. Let me show you my formation here, how it would be. Like this. See, -3 in attacking, on the other hand, 2 in defense, and 0 in the midfield. Not that bad. When you play like this, you have less chances to win, but you also have less chances to lose. The most common situation in this type of formation is to have a draw. Besides, I also set our mentality to defensive. I usually play slightly defensive. And my tactics worked. As you can see, the match was very tight. The opponent was stronger, but he did not dominate the game. In fact, at this moment, we are even playing better than the opponent, having most of the chances of scoring. We played bravely, and I'm very proud of the team for that. Let me show you the final report. Unfortunately, we could not win the match. We lost 1-0, which means that we are out of the cup. We even had our best defender injured, this one, which made things even harder for us. Yeah. On the other hand, I was a bit relieved for the fact that the goal was scored at the minute 65, because you may remember that at 65 I changed the goalkeeper sometimes. In this match, I did that. See, because this goalkeeper he has low stamina and he's not that good already. He will be tired. I take him out and I put this other goalkeeper who come with full energy to play. If this goal was scored after the minute 65, I will be thinking to myself whether I would have the other goalkeeper would have considered the goal too. Yeah, it would be something to keep in my mind. But thankfully, the goal was scored before the new goalkeeper enters. Then it's okay, nothing to be concerned about. Anyway, as I said, that's not a surprise. Actually, it's a bit of a surprise that we could make such an even match against a much stronger opponent. But that's it. It's part of the game. Now we should focus on the league, which is the only competition we have. Thank you all for watching. That's all for this video, guys. If you have questions, write them down below. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. See you soon.